Let's go. I am now live on YouTube as well. So I wanted to go over something. Some of you guys are starting to progress. Like some of my clients are starting to progress, but even some of you guys who follow me here are starting to progress. Right about Winifred, what's going on, girlfriend? Like I always say, you're doing some great stuff over there. I love what you're doing. But you guys, I wanted to get in, I wanted to help you guys get in front of your targeted audience. And I'm very big on doing hey there, Pink Leaf, how are you? So good to see you. So I really wanted to help people because a lot of my clients are at this stage now. And some of even you guys who follow me here online are starting to be like, okay, Angelique, I've got a good, thank you. That's so sweet of you to say right in my Winifred. And I see you on YouTube now too. So we're both doing the darn thing on there. But I wanted to help you guys out with finding your target audience, okay? Because one of the biggest mistakes I can say that I made when I first was in the entrepreneur space is I kind of talked to everybody. I needed as many clients as I could get. Hey there, Pink Leaf, consulting. And I was talking to everybody, right? And so, and I kept running into, I felt sad because a lot of people I was talking to, it wouldn't be a good fit, or is that consultation fee still the same? Oh, my consultation fee has gone up, but we can talk about it because I don't remember what it was. But as I encourage all of my clients to do, and you too, bump those prices up. But as you start getting more people results, you're worth more. Your value is there. So my prices are not the same that they were, but you can still DM me. We'll figure it out. But again, with regards to getting in front of your targeted audience, a mistake that I made, like I said, I was talking to everybody. And I was just getting rejection, and it was just horrible. Like rejection after rejection, it can make you want to quit, right? I don't know if anybody else has been there with a whole lot of rejection, but I did. And what changed, and what's really cool now, is I have so many better conversations because I got in front of my targeted audience. So I wanted to show you guys how to not have to have the same struggle that I have. You guys can get further faster. You guys can get to 6 figures and 7 figures pretty fast if you get in front of your audience. But it's got to be a thirsty audience. They got to be raising their hand like, give me that. Where can I find you? How can I get some help with regards to, human resources or consulting? Like they got to be able to be excited about this, right? So the first thing we got to do though is first, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but you got to figure out who is your audience, right? Like who is your audience? Is it, is it CEOs? Is it female CEOs? Is it Christian entrepreneurs? Like who is your audience? Is it new moms? Is it people that need to lose 20 pounds? Is it, families who are having some, some stress level? Is it teenagers who are thinking about, who are dealing with depression? Like who's your core audience? Because a lot of times when I ask people that, they're like, yeah, I don't know. It's women. And I'm like, yeah, we got to get a little bit more niche down than just women. So first and foremost, in order for you to really figure this thing out, like really, if you're serious about wanting to make some money online, you got to figure out, this is who I talk to. Like when I first started, I talked to female corporate American women who wanted to get out of their job. Like I was very specific. Now I'm talking to a lot more business owners, but I still talk to, female entrepreneurs or female women who want to, get out of their job. But you guys, make sure you're figuring that out. That's your first key thing, is figure out who your audience is and take a little time with that. But you got to figure out who that is. Once you know who that is, once you know, like, hey, Angelique, this is my core audience, this is who I'm speaking to, then we got to figure out, hey, Rhonda, how are you? So good to see you on here. We're talking about how to find your core audience, your targeted audience that'll pull out their credit cards and the bag, and they will, be happy to work with you. So in order to do that, first we said you got to just figure out who is the audience. Is it single moms? Is it married mothers? Is it, single dads? Is it families who are in distress? Is it people who just got divorced? Is it people who need to lose weight? Is it, people do meditation? Like, who are your people? And then where do your people hang out? And when I say this, I know you're probably like, what? Well, where do they hang out? So if you are dealing with millennials, maybe you're helping millennials with the resumes or helping them get from management positions into director level, or maybe from director level into CEO, C-suite, then maybe you should be on Instagram, right? That makes a little bit more sense. Maybe be on YouTube. But if you are talking to business owners, like some of you guys are like, well, hey, Angelique, I only want to target attorneys, or I only want to target C-suite, or I only want to target dentists, then you need to probably be on LinkedIn. Okay. So we got to figure out, where do your people hang out? And all you got to do is just do a quick search and just see, just go through Instagram, start scrolling. Who are those people who are on there? Go on LinkedIn, type in what you do. If you are more like something that people can search, you want to do either TikTok or YouTube. Like those are your go-to places, because people can actually type in there, like, how to get over alopecia, how to do digital marketing, how to start a business. They can actually search there, where you can't really do that so well on some of the other platforms. So figure out where your people are. You got to figure that out too. And I'll be going all over this actually in my masterclass. That's tomorrow on Wednesday. So feel free to join me. The link will be down here, up there in my bio if you're on Instagram, down here in YouTube land or Facebook land. But these are the things I'll be going over, so you can really help you, set yourself up for success. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. We got to find, if you're on Instagram or Twitter, let's find some hashtags of where your people hang out. Again, where do your people hang out? If they're on Twitter, I don't know if Facebook really, the hashtags work well on YouTube as well, but really Instagram for sure and Twitter for sure. So, maybe you deal with people who have curly hair. Well, you want to start putting those hashtags. Maybe you're working with female entrepreneurs. Those are some bigger ones, but there's some smaller ones like, work from home. That might be a big one, but because now that it's different. But simple side hustles. Like, get yourself some good hashtags. What's up, Britt Page? So good to see ya. I just recently saw you. So again, find some good hashtags, because that's where your audience is. If you are helping people, get back into education. Maybe they've been out of education for a while. You want to find some hashtags where those people are. Maybe they're like, back to school or back to college or, back into this pool. Like, get those hashtags, because what hashtags are a cluster of people who are all identifying under this, and they're searching that. They can search hashtags in Instagram and Twitter, and then there would be your post or there would be your live. Come on, you guys, that's what you want to do. So make sure you find those hashtags, right? The next thing you want to do is join some groups. Okay, especially if you are in Facebook and LinkedIn. So get some groups. Like, if you help, if you help businesses get started, then you want to be in like business startups. Like, you want to be in those groups. If you help, people start an Amazon business, then you need to be in those groups. If you help people with mindfulness and you help them decompress, you need to be in some of those groups, because that's where your audience is. You want a targeted audience. I can't tell you guys this enough, how long I struggled with the wrong audience, being in front of just talking to everybody, and how hard that was, and how much rejection I got because they were not my audience. I have so many, like I was saying, so many great conversations with people now because they're my audience. They're my peeps, y'all. And it's so much easier. And it's easier money, I'll be honest with you. Easier money to have. So figure out, let's go. If you are in Facebook or in LinkedIn, find some groups. And all you're going to do in those groups, don't try to promote. Don't do that. I'm not telling you to do that. Just go in there and provide value. What do you mean by value, Angelique? Answer some questions. Give somebody an article to read. Provide some resources, because you know why? Those people are going to friend request you or DM you directly, and you can start your conversation there. They can start following you. You can DM them and start having a conversation, and you can let them know about your digital product or digital business or whatever you have going on, your service or your product, okay? Trust me, it works. It's how I've made tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, go into these groups, add value, just be you, be your great you that you already are, and just add value, and the people will follow you. And typically that's LinkedIn and Facebook. Also, what you can do is collaborate, you guys. That's really one of the first things I started doing with my business that worked was, and I always tell people this, like, if you have 0 followers or you got 5 followers, I was there. I wasn't there not too long ago. I don't have that many followers now. But you know what I did? I would get in front of people who had my targeted audience, though. So I needed corporate. At that time, I needed corporate women. Now I need CEOs. I needed that. I would get with people who had like 10,000 of those followers. I only had 5. You know what? Now I got 10,000 of their followers looking at my stuff. That's how I built my audience, was by doing collaborations, was by other people promoting me, because this person up here, their followers knew, like, and trusted them. So now they're like, well, she vetted her. She must be good. Now they came and followed me, you guys. I've done so many lives. Hey, Heather, how's it going? Welcome. We're just going over all about how to get in front of your core audience when you're online. So, yeah, definitely, you guys, I'm telling you, this works. If you collaborate with other people who have your targeted audience, I'm going to say that. If you do Pilates, find somebody else who, does vegan cooking or does mindfulness or does meditation. They have your audience, you guys. That's it. Now you got there and they vetted you. So that's going to work. If you do that once a week, your audience is going to grow. people are going to start asking how to get your products, and you'll be in front of your core audience. Okay. And last but not least, and I only encourage you to do this once you're making money, or you can do this out the gate. But I lost a lot of money in ads when I first started. And I'll be honest with you, and I did ads for when I first got in the online space. I wasn't even doing coaching or anything like that. But you can run targeted ads, and make sure you target them to, what's up, Nad1212? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm just going over some simple ways to get in front of your target audience. So keep this in mind, you guys. If you make sure you target who you run the ads to, and only start running ads once you really are starting to make money. I got to 6 figures without running any ads. It wasn't until recently I really started pushing ads. But you got to really know what you're doing. So get a coach, or make sure you've done some research on ads, because you can lose a lot of money running ads if you don't know what you're doing. But if you target the right people, oh my gosh, like the world opens up for you, because there's so many people that Facebook's algorithm can get in front of that you wouldn't have been able to do for yourself. So you're spending money to kind of fast track yourself. And I'm all for that. I'm for a fast track, a cheat code, as they say. So those are my tips for the day, you guys. So first and foremost, you got to figure out who your audience is. That's the first thing. Like, if you want to get in front of a target audience, I know that sounds kind of redundant, but figure out who it is. Is it newly married women? Is it divorced fathers? Is it hockey players? Is it people who play the piano? Like, who is your target audience? That's first and foremost. And where do they hang out? And when I'm talking about hang out, I'm more so talking social media. So if they're millennials, then let's look for them on Instagram. If they're business minded, let's look for them on LinkedIn. If they are women, let's look for them on Pinterest. Pinterest is 80% women, and they make at least $60,000. The average is about $60,000 a year. So they have your audience if you're looking for women. And then get these hashtags, you guys. Look at these hashtags so that you can be in that bubble and they see your picture. When they type in that hashtag, there you are. It's like a search engine, right? Get on there. Join some Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups. That is going to be the business, you guys. Just add value. They will DM you on their own, and you can walk them through what you have and how you can help them get to their solution. Hey, Tanisha, how's it going? And then run, like I said, you can also collaborate with other people who have your particular audience. What's going on? Good morning. Find people who have your targeted audience. Like I said, if you are a vegan chef and you're looking to, maybe you get with somebody who's a food truck owner, something like that. But you need to have people who have your targeted audience, and then all those eyeballs that they're followers. I've done this many a times with many people. You guys have seen me on live with other people, and I get deals like that all the time because I'm willing to collaborate with other people. Or maybe they can just, if you don't want to go live or something like that, they can email their email group. Going all right, still ain't made my course, but I'm working on it. Well, hey, nothing wrong with that. As long as you're still working on it, I love to hear that. So as long as you're still working on it, I can definitely appreciate that. And then I'm doing a masterclass, Tanisha, or anybody else, if you want to jump on. It's tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, and I'm going to be going over all the components to make sure that you create a successful course. And then I'm also going to be showing you how to market that puppy. So, and nobody else is going to do that for you for free. I am willing to do that because I want to see more people succeed. So feel free to come. The link is in my bio on Instagram, down here in Facebook, as well as in YouTube. We'd love for you guys to join me. And that's it for me. Oh, and then if you run targeted ads, that's one other way you can do this. Run targeted ads, but they need to be targeted to your particular audience so you don't lose a lot of money, and let the algorithm get in front of like myriads of people that you wouldn't have been able to get in front of yourself. I'm gonna be on a flight to Jamaica. Hey, yes, you can. So what I would do, Tanisha, if I were you and anybody else, I would still register, and then as long as you're registered, we're gonna send out a replay. So feel free to jump on in. I'd love to see you. All right, you guys, that's it for me. I appreciate everybody who was here live. #replay me if you watch this replay, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. All right. Bye-bye.